Hey, how the fuck are you? It's March 20th, 2022. This is your Daily Sweet Talk. I had to start the video like that so that YouTube wouldn't force this video to be marked as for kids, because then I couldn't put ads on it, which I can't do anyway. But more importantly, I can't put it into playlists, which is important for me. I document all the videos I watch in playlists, and sometimes I'll watch these back. Or in general, it's just important that I think it's an important feature for people to be able to add videos to playlists. But if it's marked for kids, you can't do that for some reason. I don't know why. I understand the ads thing, I guess. I don't understand why you can't add them to playlists. That doesn't make any sense to me. The whole thing doesn't really make any sense to me. None of it makes any sense on multiple levels. First of all, the fact that this was a couple years ago that these regulations were put in place, that YouTube had to change their system, because YouTube had been actively exploiting the eyeballs of children on their service, and not just YouTube. A lot of channels would and still do, even with the regulations, just with less content that is a little less bad for children. Maybe we don't have the Spider-Man Elsa stuff anymore, the weird stuff, but there's still, it's still weird. It's just not as traumatizing, I guess. But there's still a lot of weird stuff marked for kids anyway. And I don't get. I don't remember what's. I don't get. All right, whatever. I'm gonna move on to the one confusing thing about it is that when I have a video that's forcefully marked for kids, which is the thing that happens, I just mark it as not for kids, and then it stays that way. And maybe it got knocked out of a playlist because it was marked as not for kids. I don't know. I hope not. Because it was marked as for kids. But then I just mark it as not for kids, and then I can just do whatever with it. Again, it's just a normal video now. But bigger channels seem to have had the issue where they can't mark it as not for kids if it seems childish, specifically with animation channels, because animation is for kids, I guess. If someone makes a Disney's Frozen parody, and it's any age can watch it, but they don't want it marked as for kids because they can't monetize it, etc. And for some reason, YouTube won't let them mark it as not for kids unless it's adult enough. Which I've never had that problem. But I imagine it's a real problem. I don't know why it's not a problem for me, but for bigger channels, it is a problem. And I understand they need to monetize their videos. But a lot of the channels I've seen that put in more adult stuff to try to make sure their videos aren't marked for kids, and so that they can mark it as not for kids, that they have that ability to, it often feels really forced in and damages the content. It'll be a nice animation anyone can watch, and then they have to add in this hyper violence, or pseudo nudity or whatever, to try to make it for adults only, basically. And it damages the content, in my opinion. You will see channels that appeal to children, and these channels are a business, so now they have to add all this adult content into their animation where it just doesn't really belong. So YouTube is actively, once again, actively harming content with this type of stuff. Really annoying. I don't know why I'm able to mark it as not for kids and these other channels aren't. It's a confusing issue, and there's a lot more to say about it, but I'm out of time, so.